welcome to my YouTube channel. First of all, congratulations to all of you for scoring such a good marks in class 10th and for choosing the science stream. My apologies to those who were constantly messaging me to start with class 11th content, and I'm really sorry for the delay. And now since we have started, so I promise you all I'm going to stay in touch with you constantly. Now, as you have entered to class 11th, so the first step is to know about the syllabus and the various parts which we are going to discuss. So the syllabus of class 11th is like that. We are having 10 units. In the first unit, the name of the first unit is Physical World and Measurement, and in this unit we are going to learn about the physical world around us, the nature, the natural phenomena occurring around us. And we will also talk about the need of measurement, how the units were established, what was the need to establish the units, and how we can perform various calculations. Then we are having second unit, and the second unit is called kinematics. In this unit, we are going to learn the cause of motion. We are going to study the object which is in motion or the objects which are at rest. We will determine various factors related to the objects which are in motion, like the velocity, the acceleration, the displacement, distance covered by the object. There are many other detailed factors which we will discuss in unit second. In third unit, the name of third unit is Laws of Motion, which we have already done in class 9. So you do not need to worry. So this is a very interesting unit, as you all know. But still, in class 9th, it was not a detailed unit. It was just a brief introduction. So definitely with the laws, 3 laws of Newton, which everybody loves. So my students used to tell me that they really like the definitions of laws of motion, and here we are going to elaborate these laws of motions, and we are going to study these laws in detail. Then we are having the fourth unit. The name of fourth unit is Work, Energy and Power. And again, this is the unit which we have done in class 9th, that is in the very brief manner, but now we will discuss this unit in a detailed manner. So up to this point you have done the various things in your previous classes, so definitely you have a very good base. And then moving further, in the fifth unit, which will be a very new unit for you, it is called the motion of the system of particles and a rotational motion. So in this unit we are going to study the objects which possess a rotational motion. It will be a very detailed study, but it is going to be really very interesting, I promise you. And then sixth unit is gravitation. Gravitation is again a part of this unit is done in class 9th, but still this unit is very much elaborated in class 11th, believe me. And now you are going to learn about the launching of satellites, the motion of a satellite. So this unit is going to be very interesting once again. Then we are having the seventh unit, which is the lengthiest unit in class 11th. It is called Properties of Bulk Matter. We will study the matter around us, that is solid, liquid and gases. But when this matter is presented in a very bulk manner, so we are having a lot of solid, a lot of liquid and a lot of gases available. So we will study the properties possessed by the matter when matter is present in a bulk form. Then we are having next unit called thermodynamics, which will talk about the flow of heat. And then is a kinetic theory of gases, where we will learn how gases possess their motion, how the molecules of the gases move when the temperature is increased or the temperature is decreased. Then last unit, which is very important unit because some portion of this unit is talked about in class 12th as well. So this unit is oscillations and waves, and it is also very important as for competition point of view. So this is all about the syllabus of class 11th. Although there is some reduction in syllabus in 2021, but still I would like to cover most of the topics so that you should not be under loss. Now, let us start with the physical world and measurement. It is a very theoretical unit. We are not needing most of the calculations over here. So, this is the very basic lecture which is going to develop your interest in the subject. And first of all, I would like to start with the definition of science. So, science, we all know, is a subject which tells us about the various facts and figures very logically. So science is the word which is taken from the Latin verb, and the Latin verb is scientia. The meaning of word scientia is to know. So this science is a field. It is that branch which let us know the various things in a very systematic way, and these studies are based on the evidences. That is, these studies are based on the experiments. So in science we are going to study physics. So we all know physics is that branch of science which deals with the nature and the natural phenomena occurring around us. But I will say physics is that branch of science which helps us to study the physical phenomena occurring in the nature. What are the physical phenomena now? Physical phenomena are those phenomena which are physical, which could be observed with the naked eyes. We do not need microscopes to look into the phenomena, although there is a branch of science which helps us to deal with the microscopic world as well. In physics we are having that science where we need the microscopic world to be studied with the help of microscope, but still it determines the physical phenomena. We do not need to intersect the things. We do not need to get into the things where we have to open up the things. We just can observe the phenomena. We just can experience the things around us. So like earth moving around the sun, it is a natural phenomena. It is a physical phenomena occurring around us. It is not a chemical phenomena. It is not a biological phenomena. Growing of plant is a biological phenomena, but moving of earth around the sun is a physical phenomena. Motion of a car on a road, so it is again a physical phenomena. It is neither a chemical phenomena nor a biological phenomena. So when we study the nature around us, that is all the physical phenomena occurring around us, then that means we are studying physics. So it is also defined as the science of measurements, because whatever we talk about, we always start measuring the things. If we talk about a force, we have to apply the various formulas in order to calculate the things. So it is that branch which deals with the measurements. That is, the science of measurement is physics. Now I would like to introduce some of the various branches of physics. So there are hundreds of branches, but the major branches in which physics is divided are: first is mechanics. Mechanics is all about the study of motion of objects in the macroscopic world, to which I give the reference. Macroscopic world is that the things which are moving with the speed much less than the speed of light. For instance, the speed of light, we all know in space, is 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meter per second. That means when light travels, it covers 3 into 10 raised to power 8 meters in just 1 second. So in this world, on this earth, there is no object which could move as fast as the light is. So when we study those objects which are in motion, but still they move with the speed much less than the speed of light, is called mechanics. So in the macroscopic world, when we deal with the moving objects, then we call that we are studying the branch mechanics. Second branch is thermodynamics. So thermodynamics, thermo means heat and dynamics means flow. So when we study with the flow of heat from one point to another point, then we call it thermodynamics. For instance, we have kept a utensil on a stove, and gas is burning, a burner is on. At that point, that utensil get heated up, and then that heat is transferred to the contents of the container. So in this way, heat is transferred from one part to the other part. When we study this thing, that means we are studying thermodynamics. In this case, we talk about the steam engine, we talk about the working of refrigerator, that is flow of heat. So this is the different branch of physics physics, and we have different subject as well as thermodynamics, but you are lucky enough because you are going to study it as a chapter in physics. The third branch of physics is electromagnetism, and it deals with the theory of electricity, magnetism, and electromagnetic waves. So this is again a different branch. If you want to do masters in physics, then definitely you are going to learn it as a different subject. Then we are having the fourth branch, that is called sound or acoustics. So acoustics is also a branch where we deal with the sound, how the sound waves travel, what is the speed of sound, what are ultrasounds, what are infrasonic waves, and all these phenomena. Speed of sound in air, speed of sound in water, speed of sound in different solids. So this is again a different branch. Definitely you are going to talk about some of the portion of about sound in class 11th in oscillations and waves, but still it is not a very deep study. It is a deep study, but it is not very deep study as is done in the masters. Then we are having the fifth branch, we call it optics. Optics is very important and interesting branch, and you have learned about optics. You have learned various factors about the optics in class 10th when you studied the chapter light. We talked about light, we talked about mirrors, we talked about lenses, we talked about the working of human eye. So all these are related to the optics. Here we are having different branch optics, and you are going to learn optics, that is wave optics and ray optics, in class 12th. It is not here in class 11th, but still it will be a part of your syllabus in the coming year. Then we are having another branch which was given by Einstein, and the branch is relativity. It deals with the study of objects which move with the speed of light. Basically it is about the invariance of speed with the moving objects, invariance of speed with the objects at rest. But invariance of which object? It is about the invariance of speed of light with the moving objects and with the objects at rest. So this is a kind of branch about which we are not going to study in class 11th or in class 12th. So next branch is nuclear physics. It is also a very deep study. We talk about the nuclear reactions. Nowadays energy is carried out with the help of various nuclear fission reactions in the nuclear reactors, but still this is a different branch in class BSc, that is graduation. In class masters we studied nuclear physics as a different subject. Right now we are going to study nuclear physics, but in class 12th it will be just a small unit in class 12th. In class 11th we are not going to talk about any portion of the nuclear physics, but it deals with the atoms and nuclei and their properties, that how nucleus is formed, what reactions are carried out inside the nucleus, how nuclear fuses together, or how nucleus just gets split into the smaller number of nuclei. So there are various factors about nuclear physics as well. Then the eighth branch is called particle physics, which deals with the ultimate particles of which matter is made up of. That is, we study what particles are consisted in a matter, how the matter is made up of. Right now we were only knowing one thing, that electrons are the basic units of atom, but now in particle physics we say that there are sub-electronic particles that are called quarks. So quarks are existing, that is electrons are made up of quarks. This is although a theoretical study, experimental verification is not done yet, but still particle physics talks about the subatomic particles and about the particles from which the matter is actually made up of. Then we have quantum mechanics. As we said earlier, that mechanics was the branch which deals with the objects in motion, especially those objects which move with the speed much less with the speed of light, much less than the speed of light. But in quantum mechanics we are going to talk about submicroscopic particles, that is motion of the particles which are in a microscopic world, that is submicroscopic particles. Then in this subject physics there is a major role of subject mathematics, because we know that mathematics is a language of physics. First of all, my suggestion is that you have to stay in love with the mathematics, because mathematics is a language of physics. So let us take one example. So just start imagining that you have planned a trip. You are very excited to go to Japan, but the Japanese government has passed a rule that nobody in their country will speak an English language. At that time, first of all, you were excited. You are very, very excited. You are making arrangements. You are doing all the packaging. You are planning your trip, that where you will stay, what you will eat, what will you do each day during your trip to the Japan. But you are not aware about the rule that Japanese government is not allowing anyone to speak an English language. Now as you have packed all your bags on the day of travel, you are very excited to land to Japan. And after landing to the airport, then as the rule was passed about which you were not aware, so at that time when you landed and you started speaking in English but nobody responded, what is going to happen? First of all, as you are not aware about the Japanese language, you are not aware about their language, you only know to communicate is the way is in English language. So at that time when nobody is responding you, or let's say nobody is understanding the English language, then what is going to happen? You are going to lose your interest in the trip. So you are going to lose all your hopes which you had while planning the trip. You will not be able to get the things done as per your wish, as per your plans. So when you do not know the language, even the best places, they turn out to be very drastic, and we start losing the interest. Similarly, if we will not respect mathematics, if we will not love mathematics, if we will feel fear about mathematics, definitely we will lose our interest in the subject physics. Physics is all dependent on mathematics. So I believe that you will regard mathematics with a very due respect, and you will keep on practicing the mathematics as well, because mathematics is a language of physics. And keep these words in your mind, because without knowing the language we cannot make the journey interesting. So I think this is enough for today, and kindly give your comments below what you want me to do with your videos. If you would like me to do the videos in the Hindi language as well, then just let me know. And do press the like, subscribe and share button so that you should not miss out any of my